What up, what up, what up? Serial Assassin here, bringing you another gameplay and commentary. Now, just warning everybody, this gameplay is not pretty. It's not a good game, and it's not meant to be a good game, but I'm putting it up for a purpose. So, I used to do like just screenshots of I hate my team, where like I devastated and my team just did garbage, whether I won or lost. It's embarrassing sometimes how you get on shitty teams. But this is one of those games where I got on a really shitty team, but I didn't rage quit. I wanted to, but I didn't. And at the end of the game, I was going to delete this recording, and I was like, you know what? This is going to make a good topic because this is one of those games where I was clearly on a 3 bar. I was lagging. I was outclassed by the other team because of their team dominance, and my team was shit. I mean, absolute freaking garbage. But I stuck in there and I did my best to try to get us to win, and we really didn't lose by much. I mean, all things considered, when you watch the whole gameplay, we really didn't lose by much, which was, it goes on to my commentary from yesterday that, quitting and, just giving up when you know you're in a losing situation, you don't learn a lesson. And honestly, I don't know what lesson I learned from this other than my team sucks and I should play in parties more. But I mean, it's just one of those games where I stuck it out. I did my best and I tried to, pull my team out of the ashes because we were burning horribly. And you'll notice that like every 10, 15 seconds, the other team has some kind of kill streak in the air, whether it's UAV, advanced UAV, strafe run, bombing run, helicopter, AMG, like everything. So I guess the point of this whole commentary is fighting through adversity. And that's what you got to do. I mean, in life, in video games, in whatever you do, there's going to be adversity. There's going to be times when all the chips are stacked against you, and quitting should not be an option. You should fight through it because in life, you're going to get put in situations where you're just doomed to fail, but you got to fight through them. I mean, whether it's going for that job that there's 50 other applicants that are more qualified than you, whether it's in school like playing football or some sporting event where you're not as athletically gifted as the other players, not as big as the other players, not as smart as the other players, but it's something you love. It's something that you want to do, and if you quit, you don't have a chance. Like, there's no way you would win. But you got to try. And that's the biggest thing. You got to try. You got to put the effort forth. You got to say, at the end of the day, I didn't get what I wanted, but God damn it, I gave 110%, and I did the best I could, and that's something to be proud of. When you lay down at night, it's something to be proud of that you gave 110%. And, that seems so much more non-existent anymore. Everywhere you go, it's so much easier to quit and do something else or go on to the next game or whatever, that people don't try as hard anymore. And that's sad because, this country, was built on people trying to strive for more, to try to defeat the impossible. And, Americans, yeah, I would say all in all, like our global perspective on Americans is we're all fat and lazy. Um, but our country wasn't built on that premise. It's just something that's been happening over the last decade or so. And that's largely in part of we don't have the leadership we used to. Back in the day and throughout our history, parents strived to keep their children in line and focused a lot of energy on their children to make sure they grow up proper and use their manners and always gave their best and always tried their hardest. And it seems like over the last 10, 15 years, in the way the economics have been and the society has been, is that that's not the focus anymore. Both parents are busy working 60, 70 hours at a job. And when they do get home, it's, they're just trying to, wind down and they don't spend time with their kids, or they don't give their kids the guidance they should and give them the attention they need. So, children these days just, They go through occupying their time with video games or YouTube videos or a thousand other things, and they're just not engaged in activities or engaged by their family enough to know what they should be doing and what they should be striving for and getting them prepared for the real world. I mean, my oldest son, I love him to death, but when he turned 18, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the real world. He wasn't ready to get a job. He wasn't ready to graduate high school and move out on his own. He's starting to get it now. He's got a job and he's doing his best, but he has his Mustang that he's always wanted, and it's great. I'm so proud that he got the car he wanted, but at the same time, he can't enjoy it because after school he's got to go work, and then after work he comes home and he's tired and he just wants to spend time with his girlfriend. He's not really driving his car because all of his money goes toward his car or his car insurance, and two, he doesn't have that much money left over for gas to actually be able to drive his car. And it sucks because that's the reality of life. You have to be able to set your priorities. What's more important? And I even told my son, I was like, I know you love your car. I know you love the freedom it comes with. But at this point, is it worth having your car? Is it worth working all those hours and doing all that work just to get your paycheck and give it all to insurance? Or, getting new struts or new tires or new whatever for your car that you need? Like, is it really worth it? I mean, wouldn't you maybe be happier if you sold your car, had that money as a little nest egg, and save up more money to get a nicer car, a nicer Mustang or whatever? Once you get to a situation where you have a job and everything in your life is situated where you're able to enjoy your car and have a little freedom after work where you can have a social life. But at 18, still in school in the senior year, I get it. A car is important. That freedom, no matter how delusional it is there, and you need it. And I get it. So, he's fighting through it and dealing with the best he can. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, priorities and just striving for the best life you can have. It just doesn't seem there anymore. I know my other two kids just seem to, the majority of the time, not all the time, but the majority of the time, they just want everything handed to them in life. And that's what they expect. They expect that the rest of their life. And, at a certain point, you got to change that mentality. I know when they're younger, yes, you want to spoil your children. You want to give them the best of everything. I get it. But at the same time, at some point, as they're growing up, you need to teach them responsibility. You need to teach them that life's not easy. Everything's not going to be handed to you. And that's sort of what happened in this game. I don't know. I guess I'm way off fucking topic. But whatever. The point is you got to work for what you get. Some people may have the luxury that have things handed to them and given all the opportunities in the world and better opportunities than you'll ever see. But they are few and far between, where the average person has to fight for every nickel and dime he gets, every opportunity he gets, and you have to make the best of those situations. So, I guess that's the moral of my story, and I'm done rambling. So, I hope you liked it. Leave me a comment, tell me how I did, and on the screen, got a couple videos if you want to check them out. And thank you all again for listening. Hopefully I get a like out of this. Hopefully I get a sub if you're new here. And as always, I love your support. I'm out. Peace.